Halle Berry finalizes 8-year divorce, must pay Olivier Martinez $8,000 in child support plus % of income. Halle Berry and her third husband, Olivier Martinez, have finalized their divorce after nearly 8 grueling years of battling in court. The Oscar winner and the French actor, both 57, decided to divorce in October 2015 after 2 years of marriage, but the proceedings were reportedly held up a year later because they were unable to resolve custody issues. Court documents filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday and obtained by Page 6 detailed the terms of their agreement, which orders Berry to cough up a hefty sum of money for their only child's expenses. The Catwoman star must pay Martinez $8,000 a month in child support for their 9-year-old son, Maceo. As of April of this year, she was also ordered to pay the unfaithful star 4.3% of any income she receives above $2 million, which would be considered additional child support for Maceo. According to the court documents, Berry must also pay for her son's private school tuition, school uniforms, and school supplies, but the payments will go directly to the school and not her ex. The Monsters Ball star also agreed to pay 100% of all of Maceo's extracurricular activities, which means she will have to reimburse Martinez for the 2023 to 2024 school year since he had covered the costs. Berry will also pay for her son's health insurance and 100% of all uninsured medical expenses, including therapy, per the documents. Aside from the costs pertaining to her child, the Swordfish star, who has a reported net worth of $90 million, has voluntarily agreed to contribute $55,000 toward Martinez's attorney's fees. Despite some discrepancies in the financial aspects of this agreement, Berry and Martinez will have their fair share of quality time with Maceo, per the court documents. The former couple worked out a schedule that allows each party to have physical custody of their son for half of the week, Monday to Wednesday or Wednesday to Friday, with alternating weekends. They are also allowed to make up time if there is an inconvenience due to work commitments. Berry's attorney and reps did not immediately return Page 6 request for comment. Martinez's rep also could not be reached. The former couple, who married in July 2013, released a joint statement at the time of their split that read, "It is with a heavy heart that we have come to the decision to divorce. We move forward with love and respect for one another and the shared focus for what is best for our son. We wish each other nothing but happiness in life, and we hope that you respect our, and most importantly our children's privacy, as we go through this difficult period." Prior to Martinez, Berry was married to former MLB player David Justice from 1993 to 1997 and singer Eric Benet from 2001 to 2005. She shares a 15-year-old daughter, Nala, with model ex-Gabriel Aubry. In 2017, the Gothica star spoke about how dealing with 3 failed marriages has not been easy for her. "As women, we go into marriage thinking it's going to last forever and that this is our prince on a shiny horse," she said at the time. "That's what fairy tales taught me as a kid, and I'm kind of anti-fairy tales today." However, in 2021, Berry shared that she had found the love of her life in her current boyfriend, Van Hunt, telling E! News at the time, "Because I failed so many times, I now know what love really looks like." Halle Berry finalizes divorce from Olivier Martinez 7 years after split as she has to pay $8,000 a month while getting joint custody of son Maceo. Halle Berry has finalized her divorce from Olivier Martinez. The John Wick Chapter 3 actress split from the unfaithful actor. Both are 57 years old 7 years ago after only 3 years of marriage. They had a prenup in place, but there were many lingering issues. The stars had some unresolved issues on custody and child support over their son Maceo, who is now 9, which led to the case being held up in court, according to TMZ. Now the exes have agreed to a formal custody and child support arrangement. The Oscar-winning star now has joint legal and physical custody of Maceo, the site claimed after looking at Los Angeles court documents. And she has to pay Olivier a whopping $8,000 a month with expenses for Maceo's health insurance, therapy, and school on top of that. Halle will have custody of Maceo on Monday to Wednesday and Olivier will get him Wednesday to Friday, the site claimed. If there are school closures, changes will be made. The pair will alternate custody of Maceo on the weekends, TMZ added. And she will have to write a hefty check every month to support Maceo. Halle has to pay $8,000 a month to Olivier, it was alleged. She will also write a check for an additional 4.3% of all income she receives above $2 million, the site added. And there are several other expenses on top of that. Halle must also cover Maceo's private school tuition and all of his other activities, like his soccer expenses. And Berry will foot the bill for Maceo's medical and dental insurance and added expenses. The beauty will also pay for any therapy her son has. The site claimed that would cover his own appointments and any counseling he receives with other family members. Halle and her daughter, Nala, whom she had with her ex-boyfriend Gabriel Aubry, can sit in during the family sessions, the site noted. It was also claimed that Halle's most recent boyfriend, musician Van Hunt, will not be included in any therapy. The legal docs were filed in LA County Superior Court this month. And that officially tied up the remaining loose ends on these issues, the site claimed. Martinez met Halle on set of Dark Tide, which was filming in South Africa in 2010, the same year she and Aubry announced their split. Things moved quickly for the glamorous couple, who confirmed their engagement in March 2012, and were married in France just a year later on July 13, 2013. In October that year, 3 months after tying the knot, they welcomed a son, Maceo. This is the third failed marriage for Halle, who was married twice before she wed Martinez. She never married Aubry despite sharing a child with him. In a joint statement, Halle and Martinez announced, "It is with a heavy heart that we have come to the decision to divorce. We move forward with love and respect for one another and the shared focus for what is best for our son. We wish each other nothing but happiness in life, and we hope that you respect our, and most importantly our children's privacy, as we go through this difficult period." They had been fighting over his January 2015 incident at LAX, where Olivier hit airport employee Ronaldo Owens with a car seat, pushing him to the ground. Halle and their son were also there. A $5 million lawsuit was filed in mid-October against Halle and Olivier for the attack. This exacerbated their conflicts, it was reported. They have a personality difference, it was also claimed by the site. They're just very, very different people. He's a very macho guy, and things just didn't jive. The two made headlines in 2012 when they got into a fight with her ex Aubry during Thanksgiving. The model had dropped daughter Nala off at Berry's Los Angeles home. That is when Martinez and Aubry got into a verbal which soon turned physical. Aubry claimed the SWAT actor threatened to kill him. Both men had to go to the hospital for their injuries. Aubry was arrested and issued a restraining order as a result of the incident.